Hello everyone, it's video blog time, and today I'm going to talk about a subject that's very important to me, and that is singing. I've been singing for quite a while, and I'd like to think that I've amassed a little bit of knowledge in singing, and I'd like to give some of that knowledge to whoever wants to listen. Uh, but just to get out of the way first, anytime I video blog about singing, I will put a number next to the word singing. For example, this is the first time, so it's a video blog 7, singing 1. So if I do it next time, it'll be singing 2, because I know it's going to be a reoccurring subject, so I just want to keep it organized. So this is the first one, and I'll give tips, every single time I talk about singing. It'll be a reoccurring theme. So yeah, because I don't want to make these too long. I feel like I have a lot to say, but at the same time, I want to make them you know, I want to make them potent. I want them to actually hold some value, and I feel like the shorter they are, the better the tips are, the bolder the tips are, and easier to understand, the better the video is. So, anyways, just to get out of the way, also, I don't want to talk about my influences too much, but I kind of want to give an idea of where I come from vocally. If you know my music, you know what I sound like, obviously, but if you haven't heard it, I'm influenced by, and I'll just name the singers. I won't even talk about why or how or when, But Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses, Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden, Bono from U2, all of the Beatles, Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries, Tori Amos, Celine Dion, you know, lots of singers from musicals. Carl Anderson from Jesus Christ Superstar. I mean, he did a lot more, but I know a lot of people know him from Jesus Christ Superstar. Fantastic singer that I used to listen to quite a bit growing up. James Brown, Michael Jackson. These are all singers that mean a lot to me and have shaped who I am as a singer. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there so you know kind of where I reside vocally. And of course, if you know my music, then you know what I sound like already. So, all right. I mean, singing is complex. There's so many different kinds of singers. I feel like I can talk comfortably about anything from pop all the way to hard rock. If you're somewhere in between all that, then that's kind of what I know. I'm usually, even in this solo project, I bounce around pop to rock to alternative to indie sounding kind of songs. Every now and then you'll hear something that kind of sounds almost hard rock like as well. Hard rock like. Okay. So anyways, I think these tips that I'm going to do today are more for the live environment when you perform live. In the studio, yeah, I guess they could work as well, but that may be a little bit. I may have to answer them a little differently or describe these tips a little differently if I mean them for the studio. But so I'm just going to say that they're mainly for when you're singing live, performing live with a band, karaoke, and it works for that as well. So one of the first things I noticed is, and I'll wrap this first tip up and call it just straight up trying too hard. It's a very tricky little, it's kind of like, you have to weigh what's important now when you're on stage. Do I want to show off and the high note coming out at the end? Do I want to hold that for 10 seconds and or do I want to keep it short and sweet? Do I even want to go for it? Can I hit the note today? Should I back off it? And if I do back off it, do I know what note I'm going to hit instead? Things like that. And it all kind of, lives in that little example that I just mentioned the title I mentioned of trying too hard. Are you trying too hard when you sing karaoke? Are you trying too hard when you front your band? And I can guarantee you, from my experience, you'll see certain reactions when you try too hard. That is unless you're performing for your family or your parents or someone that's very dear to you that's not really, maybe they have a hard time giving you the exact truth, I mean, I thought it was the case with family. Sometimes they can tell you like it is, but you know what I mean. You want to get an unbiased opinion maybe on your art in order to, to grow. But obviously, if you're going to perform a show or you're going to perform, to karaoke performance, if the people in the audience, chances are they're looking at you through an unbiased lens, lenses. So you don't want to try too hard, because the reaction that I see a lot when people try too hard is they tend to, especially in this day and age, it may have been different maybe decades past, but we live in a time where people, myself, everybody, I mean, as long as you here live here, that's kind of how it is now. You perform very hard, you hit that note, you keep it for 30 seconds, but the whole song was going all out, you may get a sort of back off effect where some people look at each other and say, like, who does this guy think he is? Who does this girl think she is? That's just what people do nowadays, and it's been like that for a while. So what you want to do is be confident in your skill. Know what you're going to sing, or at least try to know what you're going to sing, and tell yourself, like, okay, I'm going to back off here. I'm going to back off here. I'm going to make it just sound beautiful. I'm almost going to act like I'm not engaged, because that makes it seem like I don't care. Which, trust me, a lot of people, if you don't care throughout your whole performance, that'll also make people back off. But what you want in singing, and I should have mentioned this already before I even started talking about the tips, singing is a balance. It's a balance. It's the balance you choose to make, but it still needs to be a balance. This can go all the way to people that scream and scream metal. There still needs to be a balance of what you're doing. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to underdo it. It's got to be just right in order to get the best reaction. And that's what we want, right? The best reaction. That's the tips I'm giving you are to get the best reaction for you. So if you got a song, let's just say, you know what, just at the top of my head, Dream On, Aerosmith. That song, it's kind of a high song from beginning all the way to the end. That's not even counting the notes at the end that are insanely high, right? So you're a guy, you're singing this. Sometimes, you're having fun on a karaoke performance, and you kind of, all my life I looked in the mirror, and you're just trying to show, you're feeling good singing the song, but you want people to be impressed at the same time. So you're singing the notes strong, but what you have to remember, this is actually a beautiful song. You don't have to actually hit it so hard. In fact, just watch a Steven Tyler performance. He's not going, half my life I looking, sing with me, sing. No, he's singing it. He's singing it under his control, and how he should sing it, and I think how you should sing it too, to fit your voice and to not blow yourself out. You want to peak at the right moment. It's like sports. You want to peak at the right moment. So when you get to that ending and you're hitting that, dream on, people, turn around and they're like, oh, whoa, because you didn't burn them out in the first half of the song, and then you can kind of, end it off pretty good. And by the time you're done, they want more. That's just how it works. So I'll wrap this tip up by saying don't try too hard. Doesn't mean to not try. It just means to balance out your performance and figure out what are the peaks. What are the peaks of this performance? Can I hit these peaks? If I can't, well then I need to know a way out. Okay, see, I can't hit, maybe I can't hit it that night. Well, then I'm going to sing it an octave lower. Maybe I can hit the note once, and I'll just save it for the last note. Dream on, dream on. You do it at the end. But you got to figure out what you're going to do. That way, you give yourself the best chance. And do it with some confidence, but don't do it with so much confidence that it rubs people the wrong way. Trust me, that is a real thing. It does happen. More now than ever. The other tip I'm going to give today is sing from your experiences. Sing from your life. I think a lot of times singers forget. Technical singers, emotional singers, it doesn't matter. A lot of times, because music is so complex, singing is so complex, we can have a song that may be about, for example, I sing the song Lightning Crashes quite a bit from Live. I love that song, and I'm always singing it to myself. And it's such a beautiful song. You can get wrapped up in just the melody of it, and you can sing it a certain way, but then you have to draw yourself back and say, well, wait a second. This song is about what it's about, If you know the song, you know what it's about. And you have to remember, maybe I shouldn't sing this song the way I'm singing it, because I'm singing it, or you're singing it the way the song makes you feel because of the music. But don't forget, the lyrics are very important. So you want to think about the lyrics, what it's about, the way the music makes you feel. And once again, just like the last tip, balance. Every song has that. Every song has a balance of how you should sing it. And I know that kind of falls in line with the last tip I just gave, which is not overdoing it. But yeah, it does fall in line with that tip. So when I say sing from your experiences and sing from your life, it basically means listen to the lyrics, listen to the way the music makes you feel, find something in your life that makes you, that those lyrics and that music draws out of you. What if lightning crash? What if lightning crashes at the song and the lyrics and the music? What does it make you think of in your life that can bring that same kind of emotion out? And you can match that up, with the vocals, and all of a sudden, you got the crowd or the people that are watching you right here, and it really does work like that a lot of the times. So in a nutshell, if I can say, don't try too hard, that would consist of not overdoing it and pushing people away. In some cases, even trying to act like you're not engaged, so that you give yourself a chance to say, hey, look, you know what? It may sound silly, but it's very true. I'm a humble artist. And you may be a humble artist. I feel like I'm a humble artist. I'm humbled to sing music, to be able to have music in my life. So when you sing the song, respect it. Respect the art form. Don't overdo it. Give yourself a chance to shine in the right spots. But singing from your experiences in your life will make it so that even when you are backed off and you're not singing, at 10.0 level, it's still gonna sound good. And I know what you're saying. Yeah, but I don't sing ballads all the time. I sing hard rock too, or I sing metal, or I sing same thing. The verses of a classic metal song, like let's take a song from you'd be surprised, a song like The Trooper from Iron Maiden. You'll take my life, but I hear that song sung quite a bit. Lots of people oversing it. You'll take my life, and you hear the way Bruce Dickinson sings it. You'll take my life, but I'll take his too. He's telling a story. You fire muskies. It's all this stuff put together. Like, it's the balance. He's got a perfect balance. He's the guy that sings it originally, and he still sings it great today. It really works. Just try it. Don't oversing. Oversing when you should oversing, and that is where whatever you think it should be. If you think maybe it's not even the highest note of the song, maybe the part where a lower note kind of rings out a little long, okay, and you put it all there, put all your money on that note. But on the rest of it, sing from your experience, sing from your heart. It's basically what I'm saying. Sing from the knowledge and the wisdom you have, your past experiences. Trust me, music is complex. Singing is complex, but when you get it right and you find that stuff that works for you, it can be rather simple. It may be there'll be times where I'm singing and there's a certain thing I'm thinking of. Nobody knows I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about. All that matters is what they're seeing is entertaining. So as complex as music is, and singing is, it's actually, in terms of the art form that the people are watching, it's actually very simple. They just want to be entertained and like what they're seeing. That's it. So you can play a billion notes in 1 minute if that's what you love. But if you do it with what I'm saying, or you can sing a million notes in 1 minute, if that's what you love to do, do it. But do it with respect. Respect the song, and that would be don't try too hard, and sing from your experiences. Play from your experiences. Let your heart guide that melody. Let your heart sing to where that melody flows and peaks in those right moments. I've noticed it sometimes, underperforming, and then just picking that right spot can really make all the difference. Actually, in the end, I think both of these tips, what they really boil down to is just professionalism. Actually, but I never like that word, professionalism. It's just, to me, it sounds boring, and I feel like music is so emotional that the last word I want to hear is professionalism. But it does exist. It should exist naturally. But it should exist naturally in a musician's life. But of course, it doesn't mean that we can't seek it out. And what can make us more professional in our private time? Maybe a video like this that you're watching. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap it up today because it's about 10 minutes. Once again, don't oversing. Know what you can do. Know your limitations. and know what you can do. Trust me, it's probably more than enough. And treat the song with respect, and do your best in doing that. Second, sing from your experiences, sing from your heart. Let the lyrics shine. Uh, Listen to those lyrics, and let's see what your spirit tells you to do with them. You know, and use your real life. We all have our own life. You know, we all have experiences we've gone through. We have enough drama. We've had enough great times in our lives that we can sing these notes and give them the respect they deserve. So, anyways, that's it for today. I'll do some more singing videos in the future, but I gotta get going here. So, rock on, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.